What's up guys, Well Customs here, and today we are taking a look at the Marvel Legends Juggernaut Wave cable right here. Now cable does come with a Build-A-Figure piece for the Juggernaut. It is the lower hip part of the body, so I'll put it to the side for now. I'll take a look at cable. Cable comes with three more accessories, you want to call it that. He does come with two blasters right here. Two guns are pretty good. I believe this one was the original one that came with the Hope Summers action figure, and I thought it was very appropriate for cable right here. This is another one right here that looks pretty good. It looks like a new scope as well. Don't know if you've seen that before, but it's a nice single arm blaster, while this one you could probably put two hands if you really tried. Not bad. For the other accessory, he does come with a clip of ammo that I do not know where to put this. Does anyone else know where? I have no idea where this goes. I guess you can slide it on the side if you want to, like that. But yeah, I don't know where that's supposed to go. Alright, now taking a quick look at cable up close. Man, the sculpting on this figure is phenomenal. I love how it looks. You take a look at that. I hope you're in HD, man, because this looks really good. The sculpting is great, like I said before. It looks like a new head sculpt, perhaps. I'm not really sure. Could be wrong. But overall, the hair is definitely sculpted nicely, too. Going down to the lower body, you can see his new armor, which is great looking. I think they did a really good job on this one. Take a look at the back, too. Great job there. And going back to the arm, you can see his metallic arm with a robotic arm, whatever you want to call that. It's great sculpting too. This is a very impressive figure. One of my favorite ones beside Deadpool. If Deadpool wasn't in this is definitely the biggest and best figure in my opinion. You can see some bullet holes as well, which is pretty nice. Nice touch there. Going down over here, you have a nice X right there. The lower body is very similar to the Nuke figure. It pretty much is the same exact thing until you get to the bottom over here, which he has new shin guards and padding right there. Alright, speaking about Nuke, so here is Nuke side by side with Cable right here. Now, when I first saw this figure being announced, I honestly thought it was just a Nuke body with a new chest armor to put on top of the body. Surprisingly, it's a lot different. But like I said before, the lower body up to the knees are pretty much the same thing, except for the shin guards over there. But when you get to the the waist up, it pretty much is a new figure mold, except for the arms maybe. But the ab joint over here is different. The chest part on top is different too. This is an ab crunch with the hinge. This is actually a ball joint in there as well, which is really nice. So we'll get into the small details on articulation later, but just putting these guys side by side together, you know, they look a little bit similar. They have some similarities, but there is some new sculpting in this new Cable figure, which is really nice. Alright, so let's get into articulation really quickly. He has a ball jointed head on a hinge. Goes up that far, pretty good. Goes down all the way into the armor, which is not that bad, and left and right, no problems there. For the shoulders, they're on hinge joints that rotate, so they go up, they go down, they go in and out, no problems there. Nice rotation actually. Bicep swivel, of course, 2 points at the elbow, and at the wrist he has a hinge that rotates and it swivels, so it's pretty good and standard right there. Now for the ab joint is pretty good. It is a ball joint that's covered and hidden underneath all this armor, which is great. So it goes back a little bit, pretty good. Goes forward pretty good as well, no problems, no complaints. It does swivel as well, and does a little bit of pivot, a little bit though. He does still have the waist swivel too, so you have double swivels if you need it. Going down to the lower portion, he has a T-jointed hips. They go about pretty good, 90-degree angle right there, no complaints. Go back just a tad, in and out, no problems. Thigh swivel, 2 points at the knee over here, and of course he does not have a boot swivel, but at the ankle it does pivot left and right, and a little bit of a hinge going down, but not up that much. So it's a little limited because of this, but it's still pretty good articulation overall. It's all standard stuff, but you do get the added ball joint, ab joint right there, which is really nice to have. Alright, so before we go into size comparisons, I just want to point out how awesome, one last time, that this figure really is. Even looking at the paint apps, the sculpting, everything about it, it's just really, honestly, it's really impressive. And even take a look at the face sculpt right here. You know, you can see that like the eyeball is outlined red and it has a little yellow in the middle. That is really nice. Taking a look at the scar on the other side, taking at all the paint apps in between the sculpting on the face and all the metal part, that is just really good stuff right there. And going back to the armor on top itself, it just really is nice. And also talking about the articulation underneath it, definitely really good stuff by Hasbro. They really are, you know, sometimes they really do recycle figures, but once in a while they come out with a really nice one, and they really go all out on it, to be honest. So for a quick size comparison, here is Cable, some of the other figures from this specific line. It looks pretty good. Some X-Men friends right here. You got Deadpool, you have his mom, you got his uncle, you got Juggernaut. Pretty good. Alright, so for a last size comparison, here is Cable of some of the other Marvel figures from different lines and also Marvel Legends. So as you can see, he's a pretty big guy, which I don't mind actually. He's always been represented as a pretty decently sized person in the comics and also even in the cartoons. So he looks pretty good here. Other than that, it definitely is a great figure. In my opinion, one of the best, if not top 3 best Marvel Legend Hasbro figures that they ever produced. But that's just my opinion. What do you guys think about it? Do you guys like it? Are you guys searching for him? Do you guys want him? Other than that, guys, that's about it. Thanks for watching. Like always, comment, criticize, subscribe. Do whatever you want to pay attention. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Go to wildlandcustoms.com. If you liked the video, thumbs up. Peace.